What's up, guys? It's Sydney, and this is your 20-minute foam roller stretch. So grab your foam roller and let's get to work. What's up, guys? Welcome to your 20-minute deep stretch with the foam roller. Yes, you will need a foam roller for this workout. I wanted to give you a little bit more variety in terms of the equipment that we use for your stretch videos. I know we do a lot of deep stretch videos. We isolate certain parts of your body, certain muscles, certain joints, total body deep stretches, but I don't have a ton of videos just using equipment that's used for foam roller or for self-myofascial release. So I want to jump in with a foam roller today, tell you how to target all the areas of your body, and I have two different options here for the foam roller. I'm going to be using the trigger point foam roller. Okay, so it's hollow in the middle, a nice plastic ring, if you can hear this. Okay, it's a nice plastic ring inside the foam roller with a gridded top, with the foam part as a grid. Okay, that's one of your more intense foam rollers. So if you're a little bit more experienced in foam rolling, then you'll go with something that's a little bit harder. Okay, to dial it back a little bit, and size doesn't necessarily indicate the severity of this one, but this inside of this foam roller is actually foam. So it's a little bit softer, it'll give you a little bit more give, although there are a little bit of trigger points on here. So, two different options. I'm gonna link both of them below. There's also one that's just straight foam that you've probably seen, the long black foam rollers. Those are probably the least intense of the foam rollers. So you can see you've got different varieties. I'm gonna be using the trigger point foam roller today. Okay, so throw this one out of the way and you can come on down and join me. We're gonna start with the foam roller right on top of our glutes, or underneath of our glutes. Okay, so in hands behind the foam roller, you're sitting right on top. And I want you to just roll back and forth in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay, so you're just rolling right along the glutes here, and you'll be able to feel it as you get down to the bottom of your glute muscles. Start here, and then we'll kind of work our way out from the middle of your body. And of course, as we foam roll today, you can always isolate one side at a time. So if you want to lean just on your left glute, you can shift those hips over. Good, and let's switch over to just your right glute. Okay, so there's a shift in the hips, and you're getting more of the lateral part of your glutes here. Kind of easier to get the glute max, the upper part of your glute muscles. Here we go. All right, let's shift back to the middle, and I want you to roll over to your left side again and roll back and forth. Okay, like you're shifting side to side. Okay, your glute muscles actually run in kind of an upper lateral way. Okay, so we're gonna run with the muscle fibers here and go side to side to get a little bit better into the fascia of your muscles. There we go. All right, let's switch sides over to the other glute. Okay, so you wanna start in kind of the top middle and then shift your weight back and forth. If you're like me, you have some sore glutes, you can really feel this. Job. All right, let's go ahead and roll forward off of the foam roller. I'm actually going to shift around this way so you guys can hear me a little bit better, so I'm not talking away from my mic. So let's sit down in front of the foam roller, and I want you to put your mid back on the foam roller. Okay, notice that my lower back is not touching the floor. That's what you want to keep the foam roller away from. There's not enough support down here in your lower back to support rolling the fascia. Okay, so we're going to stay mid back to upper back, okay? Place your heels on the ground. Let's lift up and roll mid back to upper back. And you can do several different positions here with your hands. You can have them supporting your head. Okay, you can reach up overhead, straight out. You can go out to the side in a T or cross your arms over your chest. So whatever way feels best for you, whatever way you can feel this foam roller really digging into your rhomboids. And if you find a certain spot that's a little bit more tender, you can actually just hold it right there. Okay, there's no harm in holding that pressure on top of somewhere that might be full of a lot of energy, might be a knot there. Great job. All right, let's continue rolling here. Remember, mid back to upper back, so don't go past your shoulders and don't go below the middle of your back. Whew. All right, now let's stay here on your back actually, and I'm gonna flip around one more time. Okay, so if you guys are on your back, I want you to just roll to the side. Okay, so kind of like where your rib cage is. I want you to open up that bottom hand, place it behind your head, and we're gonna lift up here, rolling your lats. Okay, so there's just a slight shift in direction. Okay, you can also go here with your arm, just kind of get that arm out of the way. Great job, make sure your hips are off the ground. And if you find a tender spot, again, let's just hold it right there. I found one myself. Good, all right, continue rolling. All right, let's rest. And I want you guys to shift over to the other side. I'm gonna stay on the same side. That's where my mic pack is, so I'm gonna stay on the same side. You guys flip over to your other side lat, and let's keep rolling. Don't wanna roll over my mic pack, so I'll stay here facing you. But you wanna hit right below where your shoulder and your mid back are, this big latissimus dorsi muscle. Same thing, find that tender spot and let's hold right here for 10 more seconds. Good, 3, 2, 1. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's flip it over and actually target the quads, and we'll move down to a lot more leg work here. Okay, so starting with the foam roller right in the middle of your quads, I want you to drop down onto your elbows. Okay, feet are off the floor, and using your forearms, I want you to pull between your knee and your hip. Now, I don't want you to roll over any joints. Okay, we don't need to be rolling tendons, ligaments. So stay away from the joints, stay between the hip bone and the knee bone, and don't roll over them. I wanna have you spend quite a bit of time here on your quads. Okay, make sure your toes are just kind of relaxed, pointing towards the floor, and we're gonna shift the angles here a little bit of your toes, so just make sure they're relaxed, pointing straight down for now. Okay, now I want you to stop, find the most tender spot, and hold right there. I'm gonna hold here for another 10 seconds. Just relax, it may start to shake, may get a little warmth. Just hold right there. And good, let's continue rolling. And now I want you to point your toes outward, okay? So they're pointing away from each other. Let's go a little bit more into the inner thigh here. Okay, roll back and forth, inner thigh. Good, good. Now, I do see some people sometimes that are up on their hands foam rolling, but you get this intense lumbar arch that isn't really beneficial right now, and it's kind of a lot more strain on your lower back. So I try to keep the spine nice and neutral by dropping down onto my forearms. All right, if you have that tender spot in your inner thigh, let's hold right there. For me, it's a different location than when our toes are pointed straight down in the middle of our thigh. Let's hold right there. I was excited to do this stretch because I know so many people have foam rollers and they just don't know how to use them. Or you go to the gym and you see the foam roller, 99% of people are gonna jump on their back, okay, and that's kind of all they know how to do, but they're so beneficial for the rest of your body as well. Okay, last repositioning of your quads. I want you to lift up and turn your toes facing each other, so kind of like a pigeon-toed position, okay? Turn your toes towards each other, and let's continue to roll those thighs out. You'll probably feel each time it's hitting the muscles just a little bit differently. Great job. If you're sore, this might hurt, but it's one of those pains that isn't gonna cause, injury or anything. It's just, I'm definitely sore. It's not gonna cause any further injury, but it's just gonna speed up your recovery. So moving forward, you'll get back to normal a little bit quicker. All right, great job. Now I want you to drop back off the back of your foam roller, okay? And now we're gonna go down to the calves, I'm sorry. We're gonna move down to your calves. Okay, so a couple different ways to do this. Again, I always want you to start in the middle of your muscle. So let's put the foam roller right underneath your calves, placing your hands right behind your hip bones. You're gonna lift your glutes up, okay, and roll back and forth. Okay, that's your standard way to roll your calves out. If you want a little bit more pressure, you can always stack your calves over top of each other. That top leg is gonna give a little bit more pressure to the bottom leg. Okay, so if you want that option, go for it. My calves are a little bit tender, so I'm gonna stay with both of them on top of the foam roller. And if you wanna isolate just one at a time to lessen the severity, you can always place your foot back here behind your foam roller and just go one at a time. There you go. Now let's turn your toe internally, so turn your toe towards the middle. A lot of people have very tight calves, okay, so be patient with this. You don't have to roll fast. You don't have to give me like a crazy amount of coverage as far as surface area. Okay, just take your time. All right, good. Now let's open up the toe and turn it outward. So let's get the external part of your calf here. If you're doing two legs, same thing. Just open up your toes out to the side. I had to do a lot of foam rolling in college for, after weightlifting. We definitely had to make sure this was part of our recovery. So I like to pass on all that I learned from my strength and conditioning coaches in the Division I athletic field. Okay, just any way to help speed up recovery, why not take advantage? All right, and if you did one foot at a time, go ahead and switch legs for me. Okay, if not, let's roll back internally. If you're doing both feet, let's just go through one more time, okay? Point your toe internally. All right, let's open it out externally. Great job. I love foam rolling. I could do it all day. It's my favorite. You can just really feel the foam roller getting into your muscles. All right. Place both your feet out in front of your foam roller and let's actually move it down to the hamstrings, or up to the hamstrings, I guess I should say. Okay, remember how we start with foam rollers? Foam roller right in the middle of the muscle. Place your hands back behind your butt, lift your hips up. And also, remember one of those key points, you're staying between the joints. Okay, so you're not crossing over your tailbone, don't go up onto your butt here, and don't go down past your knees. Let's just relax your legs, have your toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Good work. All right, now let's open up your legs a little bit. Open up your feet to the side. Let's point those toes externally. Good job, guys. Guys feeling good? I love it. I love foam rolling. I know this is beneficial, so I can't wait for you guys to check in. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know how much better you feel. Okay, now for the inner thigh, I actually want to isolate one leg at a time, okay? So I'm going to have you turn back over onto your stomach, okay? And you're going to place the foam roller on the inner thigh of just one leg. So we're going to flip the foam roller parallel with your spine, okay? Parallel with the spine. So if I'm on all fours over top of it, it's going the same direction as my spine. Shifting over to the right side, I want you to lay your left quad, okay, on the inside of this foam roller, on the side of the foam roller. Drop down onto your elbows, and let's roll back and forth. Now this is going to be a mix between quad and hamstring. Okay, but these muscle fibers run long ways, so we want to run with the fibers. Just allows us to get a little bit deeper into the adductor. Great job. Your other knee can be back on the ground here, okay, or you can lift it up. Either way, let's just work really good into that inner thigh. All right, come back onto all fours and let's switch sides, okay? So rolling it over to the other side, laying your thigh right across it, bent knee, okay? Down onto your forearms. Let's pull your hips left and right. And you can see I'm down on my knee here. You can be down on your knees and still push that hip left to right. If you don't feel comfortable on your knee, just go ahead and pop that knee up. Great job. One more roll, and good. Okay, next spot we're gonna hit is a very tender spot for the large majority of people. It's gonna be the IT band, the iliotibial band, okay? Runs from your knee up to your hip, right in here, and if you put your hand here, more than likely it's tight, okay? There's a long band here that we're gonna work on. So, first, we're gonna sit up on top of the foam roller. I'm gonna show you how to get into it, show you how to get the variations of the intensity or the weight that you wanna put on, okay? So sitting up on top, let's shift over onto one hip, okay? Your bottom leg is gonna be the one that's rolling. So shift over onto your bottom leg, move that foam roller down, or move your leg down so it's right in the middle. If you want a lot of pressure, you can stack both your legs up. Hands will be here, we're moving back and forth. If you want a little bit less pressure, take that top leg behind you, keep it back there. Okay, if you want even less pressure, you can drop to your forearm. Okay, that just lowers the angle, but make sure you are on the side of your leg, not the back, not the front, directly on the side. Okay, let's go ahead and spend some time here on our left leg. You can stack your feet up like this. Let's go ahead and try it. No need to go fast. Just really give yourself time to get through that fascia. Put some good pressure on it. All right, let's find that tender spot. Hold right there and relax your legs. Don't be flexing your legs, okay? Just relax them. Hold right on that tender spot. Four, three, two, one. Great job. Let's roll just a little bit more and then we'll switch legs. 2, 1. All right, you guys can flip right over onto the other leg. I'm gonna switch sides here so you're not looking at my back the whole time. Same thing, back to the other side. IT band. Okay, stacking your legs up if you can. Throw one leg behind you if you can't. Okay, or in front. Either way, just take some of the weight off. No need to rush either. Just like a good deep massage, okay? You don't have to go fast to get the effects. Okay, find that tender spot. Let's hold right there for about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, last 30 seconds. I'm gonna have you flip that foam roller back to the parallel with your spine position, nice and long. And I want you to put your spine on top of this foam roller. Okay, bridging your hips up. I want you to bring your hands here. Let's open and close. Okay, working on a little T-spine mobility, your thoracic spine here. Okay, if you have a very rounded upper back, this might be tough for you, okay? It might be something you need to work on a little bit more. All right, and as the clock rolls down to 0, give me just a couple rotations, left to right, right between your shoulder blades. If you're tight up top here, you can feel this working for you. Whew. All right, guys, I know in about 10 seconds over here, but I wanted to make sure I show you this T-spine mobility because a lot of us are sitting, and if you can relate, I know you feel this pain. A lot of us are sitting at desks all day like this, right? In that arched over position, either at computers, phones, laptops, whatever it is, or we're driving all day. The upper back, the thoracic and cervical spine are very rounded. Okay, so that T-spine mobility gets the foam roller right in the middle of your back and forces you to open up around it. So it forces that open position, that opposing position from the one that you're in all day, okay? That's something you can always do no matter what day it is, no matter if you need to foam roll or not. Work on opening up your back, okay? Hopefully you guys are feeling a lot better. I know I am. I've been sore from this week. So if you ever have any doubts about what to do with the foam roller, come back to this video. If you know friends that use them, maybe share this video with them, give them a little more ideas as far as what to do on the foam roller for different areas of the body besides just your back, okay? Hope you guys learned something. I hope you feel better, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Make sure if you stretched it out with me today to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget before you head out to click subscribe so I can work out with you again tomorrow. Have an awesome day, guys.